Have you ever wondered how much businesses actually make? And specific businesses like toy businesses, maybe businesses that make teddy bears. Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you how much you can make from selling teddy bears, because I've made over 1 million teddy bears and I've sold over 1 million teddy bears. I'm going to give you all the juicy details, the highs and the lows. Let's go. This is where we pick and pack all of our teddy bears. Now, don't forget, we've sold over £3 million worth of teddy bears. We started the business from scratch, and I want to tell you how we did it with as little money as possible. If you want to find out how I did it, all you got to do is massage that little like button that's just underneath me. Come on, let's go. So now you've done the smart thing and hit that like button, turned it blue, I'm going to tell you all about the business, but this really is the extent of how big this business has got. Look at the size of these warehouses, nearly as big as my forehead. So now that you've liked this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel and comments below just for the YouTube algorithm. Let me give you some of my algorithm for the Teddy Tastic business. We've done £3 million worth of Teddy Tastic bears. The question you want to know is how much profit have we made? Well, I'm going to show you. I thought I'd just go into this one more time and just tell you what the product is and why I started it. Because years ago, when I was just a wee whippersnapper of a kid, I started out as a kid's entertainer doing magic tricks and balloon models. There you go, wasn't lying. So here it is. This is my company, Teddy Tastic, which we started out through frustration, really. So we make like this little fella over here, and they're like a Build-A-Bear product. So you actually make the teddy bear and we sell them to leisure attractions, theme parks. The kids get the birth certificate and a little wishy heart that goes in there. We also do like recordable sound modules so you can use them for gifting happy birthday nanny from your favorite grandchild. That goes in there. We make all the toys like this so all the outfits like this spaceman, we make rucksacks, all under the Teddy Tastic brand. It's been going like gangbusters, but how much profit have we made? Let's get into it. I wanted to show you all that stuff so that you knew this was a real business and it wasn't just a fantasy of mine. I have sold around £3 million worth of teddy bears. The question you want to know is how much profit? Well, the answer is actually not a lot of money. So we've done £3 million worth of sales. Behind the pink dotted piece of paper here is the answer. We've made about £200,000 worth of net profit. And this is lifetime. You know, we've been running this for 5 years, but the tide is about to turn. Why did I keep on doing it for nearly half a decade, knowing that we was breaking even at best? We had quite good gross profits, but it's actually all the other on costs that came on. So we was mainly a wholesale business. We were selling to theme parks, holiday parks, farm parks and attractions, indoor play centers. Oh, hello, by the way, they're the sort of businesses I own. So I'm actually the biggest customer of this business. So I get a really good margin for it when I sell it direct to consumers. But my main customers outside of me is wholesale. Here are the things that really hurt our margin as we started the business. Low dollar. See, when I started out, we was buying it at £1 could buy you £1 could buy you $1.50. So you was getting really good margin on your currency. Now, the UK decides to leave the European Union because of Brexit and all the other things that happened. The dollar actually went down to 120 against the pound. So we lost that big chunk of margin there. So dollars really hurt us. Freight costs. Hey, this is a big thing that's happened since the thing that's been happening, the pandemic-y thing, where it was $1,500 for a 40-foot container. It went up to $13,000 for a container. So that really hurt our margins as well. Warehousing costs and financing it in the early days. How did I finance it? Because when I'm selling a teddy bear for roughly £4.55, my costs are this: £3.15 to get the product landed in here. That's with the teddy bear, the fluff and all of that sort of stuff. 85p of staffing costs, warehousing costs and freight to get it to the customers. We're making very little money. But why did I persevere? Why did I carry on doing all of this for 55p? Well, some of our customers were buying literally £150,000 worth of product for us. So we were selling a lot and making quite decent money on those 1 or 2 big orders that we would get each year. It allowed me to build up volume for the business. See, when you're buying one of these, if you're buying 2,000, you might be buying them at $3, but if you're buying 20,000, you might be able to buy them at $2.50. Things really start to get good when you can really up the volume. And I had that mindset, but I also had the mindset that we wanted to get into being a consumer business. But our wholesale business was growing and growing, and we didn't really have the resource to grow that consumer business until now. So again, here's my business plan for this business going forward. And I'm going to jump on a spreadsheet in a minute on my desk to show you how this works in reality. 3 main stages to the business. Stage number 1 is the B2B, the wholesale business that we're still running. The illness that we've had sloshing around the global economy for the last 2 years has lost us about 50% of our sales on that, which meant we had loads more time, because the rest of my businesses were closed down other than my day nursery business, to finally focus on our B2C business. So we got on Amazon, Etsy, and direct sales on our website. There's a lot of work that goes to selling on your website and getting on Amazon and eBay. That's the other one there. How much do we sell our bears for on there? Roughly £20. Still the same cost price of £3.55. When we're selling wholesale, we're selling it for £4.15. When we're selling it direct to consumers, £20. You think, James, why didn't you do this before? Well, actually getting set up on Amazon and getting Prime status takes some time, getting on Etsy, eBay, and all the photography. So there's actually more costs in selling one bear out than selling, 100 bears out on wholesale. Huge margin in here, but a lot more work to do. You got to work out Google PPC. So although this does make a lot of money if you can start doing it at volume, and in the last 4 or 5 months we've done about £80,000 of sales on Amazon. We've done about £5,000 of sales on eBay and Etsy, and about £30,000 direct sales. So that is growing nicely. So now when I mix it with the B2C and the B2B business, I've got someone in the warehouse, I've got a manager running this business. It's all starting to look a lot more attractive. And also we've got the volume to be able to buy more. Because of the wholesale business, we now have a bigger, wider range to sell more on the consumer-based business, and getting on Amazon Prime and all of that stuff has really driven the business up. And because we've got a wider range now, we're also selling into more wholesale businesses as well. Now let's have a look at this third point here of how we repair a business like this. The problem was with this side of the business, the B2C business, people don't buy a teddy bear every single week from you. So the transactional value, the average transactional value of how people are buying from you might be once a lifetime or once a year at Christmas. The wholesale business, you've got a wholesale business like a visitor attraction, they're doing all the B2C stuff. So you've got good transactional value, good lifetime value because they're buying all the time, and the average customer value is high, but the margin is low. Oh my God, so much to learn here. So what am I doing? I'm always thinking about these 3 levers to improve a business: average customer value, average transactional value, average lifetime value. If I sell teddy bears to these people on Amazon, get good reviews, direct on my website, direct on eBay, direct on Etsy, but they've already bought a teddy bear from us, then I can market to them to buy other products. So right now I've bought another toy company that's not quite teddy bears, but the same market that I'm folding into the existing business. I've already got the warehouse team. I've already got the web team. This business actually has a lower price to sell, but it has a much higher margin. So by blending these 3 elements of the business together, it turns into a business that's way more profitable. Let me show you that right now on a spreadsheet. So again, this is the spreadsheet as the business before I do all the changes that I spoke about just on the flip chart. And I'll show you what the numbers look like when we put in those changes. Over here represents £791,000 of annual turnover based on previous years. So we know this is pretty accurate numbers. You see here, 350,000 in November and December. So we're doing a bulk of our revenue over these months, and then we do low amounts, and we've allowed, because of the illness that everyone's had, that things start ramping up from October next year and then go back to normal. And then over here we've done a spreadsheet that works out all the margins so that you can see what your bottom line profit is going to be. And you see along these months here in the reds and the minuses, most months we're making a loss. Then when we sell that amount of stuff, we make some profit, and that leaves you with a 55,000 net profit business on £791,000 worth of turnover. That's not good, because you only need a little bit of revenue not to come in to wipe out your profits. That's why I like SME business to have at least a 20% bottom line profit, so that you know you've got some fat in the game if things do go wrong, and things do go wrong. Let's look about the changes now that I want to make. Okay, this spreadsheet shows you when we start adding in consumer sales. So you'll see here our wholesale sales, we've actually cut it down by 120,000 on the previous 190,000 on the previous year, but there's still a large amount of wholesale sales. 165,000 what we're doing on Amazon. This is based based on previous projections of sales over the last few months. Our website, eBay, Amazon, blah, 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 intercompany sales there, the sales that we're doing from our own business. So we're chucking in £773,000 worth of sales. Over here is this second company that we're buying. They're already doing £310,000 worth of sales, and we do £30,000 worth of outfit uniform sales. So when we bring that all in, much stronger gross profit, because what we've also worked out is now we're doing that amount of sales, we can buy better, driving down our initial cost price. But look what happens to the bottom line, this number down here. So on 1.228, by mixing in consumer sales, folding in another revenue line, another product line, we drive huge numbers to the bottom line. But look at this, the actual direct expenses, this part here, wages, courier costs, direct expenses are not that different, and so that we're really seeing a huge drop to the bottom line. And this is where businesses get really exciting, because if you've got standing costs, you can make a lot more money. Right, 4 key things that I've learned from running this business, and hopefully that you've learned from watching this video. ACV, ATV, average lifetime value, transactional value, and average customer value. They're the 3 most powerful levers in your business. If you can increase the lifetime value by adding on more products and more services, brilliant. Increasing transactional value by more products and more services, and increasing average customer value, flipping fantastic. Sorry about the one that's just got away there. The next thing I learned is margin. Look, we were turning lots of money, but we just couldn't make the margin because we didn't have the buying power. So you got to stay in with things. How can you buy direct? Do you need to move to India? Do you need to move to China to buy your products? We're looking at all of those things, because if you can save 20% on the cost of buying your products, that's a great lever if you can keep your existing selling prices the same to actually finally make some money. Standing costs. What I learned from this business is once you've got your warehouse, once you've got the website built, once you've got your team in place, usually you can increase the turnover and you don't have to increase your standing costs, and that has a dramatic effect to your bottom line. And always, ladies and gents, big piece of advice from me is employ an accountant before you can afford it. I don't put them spreadsheets together, but I help give you the numbers, and we can work out what the levers are so we're making better decisions in your business. I think one of the smartest things business owners can do is to employ an accountant before you can afford it. It's just what I really believe in. I wish I'd have done that years ago. I'd have a much bigger business. So let's have a look at this. Buying companies that fold in. This is the next thing that I've done to make this business dramatically better. Because when you buy in companies, you're increasing all those levers and you're speeding up the process. And I'm buying these companies with hardly any money down. I started this business by using factories I sold the products before I bought them. So I made sure I had an order book of teddy bears before I actually made a single teddy bear. Then I used those invoices to raise finance to get the bears made. Therefore, I needed no money to start the business. It was tight for the first 3 years because I had no running cash, but that's how I started this company. You can also buy companies that have got a database of customers, people that are already buying from them, fold it in. And the power of selling B2B and B2C together, because when you're a wholesaling business, you're making the products and wholesaling it out. You've got low margin, but it allows you to have huge buying power so that eventually you can sell direct to consumers and make much bigger margins. And lastly, buying better. Make sure that you look to go to other countries if you need to. If you're buying from China, have you checked out Vietnam? If you're buying from China, have you checked out India? Because those freight costs are through the roof at the moment. Yeah, we've got a really strong pound to the dollar right now, but that could change again. So always keep on researching this stuff. I really hope you've enjoyed this video and learned a ton of stuff on how to grow your business. Here's one of the things I do want to give you a big tip on though. If you want to know how to buy companies with as little money as possible, check out my Entrepreneurs University, because I've created modules on how you can do just that. You can try it free on my website, jamessinclair.net, and then you'll have me coach you on how to buy in companies, doing deals like I've just said for as little money as possible. Sounds like a flipping fantastic idea. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking here. So hit that like button just one more time and watch this video, because YouTube's saying you're going to like it. See you in the next video. Ta-ra.